Welcome to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. Each month, we'll feature business and community leaders sharing their stories, initiatives, concerns, and passions. Learn practical information regarding community resources and opportunities. Now, the host of Business Voice, Greece Regional Chamber President and CEO, Sarah Lentini.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Pet Saver Healthy Pet Superstore. We have a terrific show for you today, chock full of guests, and we're particularly excited about my first guest from CGI Communications. We've got three folks. Let's see if I can remember everybody's name and not make this too clumsy. Kevin Riley, Karen Ferrara, and Nicole Hunt. And just to add a little more excitement for those of you who are listening, you won't be able to see this, but if you want to check out our website later, you might be able to, because this is also being videotaped. So we are not only audio today, we are also video. Thanks to the good folks here from CGI Communications. So welcome, guys.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks
for having us.
us.
Be here today.
Hi, nice to have you on. So three of you with all kinds of wonderful experience. You've got different roles at CGI. We certainly want to hear about CGI, but why don't we start by hearing a little bit about each of you? I'm going to start with Nicole, because I know Nicole's not shy, and you'll find out in a moment why.
My cohorts are laughing.
Right. I know that's true, right?
Yeah, that's totally true. No, shy was never in my characteristics. But I appreciate you guys having us on board. Been with CGI 15 years.
Wow.
Next month.
Congratulations.
Thank
Happy
you.
anniversary. How nice.
Thank you. And I've seen us grow and move and jive and go from 22 people to over 300 in downtown Rochester.
That's amazing.
So it's been absolutely a fantastic ride.
Yeah. And I've heard your name for many years. CGI Communications is not a name that was unfamiliar to me. And, of course, now you guys are members of the Chamber, and we're working on some stuff that we're going to talk about, that's also very exciting. But I didn't realize until recently just how big you are and that you're national. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. Cross country. We span from Anchorage, Alaska to the tip of Maine down to Florida.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been great. And I work with a lot of the guys personally as the vice president of sales who travel to the ends of the earth to get them filmed, literally. And Karen does a lot of the producing, and Kevin does a lot of work with the communities, and I'll let them explain more of what they do. But they're fantastic as well.
Well, it's a thriving business and a growing business, and maybe one of you can pick up the ball on this. One of the other reasons people might know your name is because you're also very involved with the community. Karen, I know that you've probably you're very involved with video production, as I understand it, and you've probably been very busy with the CGI, right? Mm-hmm. Is it the CGI International Jazz Fest? Is that the right term?
Yeah, we just did the International Jazz Festival for CGI Communications. We are doing Party in the Park. We're a sponsor of that, too.
Awesome.
So, yeah, we're involved in our community. And, we did the City of Rochester's website. And
wow.
We're doing
the Chambers.
Yeah. The Greece Chamber, the Greater Rochester Chamber. Just did there. So,
and in fact, you work with a lot of chambers across the country, right?
We work with, we do probably over 300 communities a year that we do just community videos, and then we have the businesses within that. So there's probably like about 3,000 businesses a year.
3,000. Wow. You've done 3,000 videos.
We're going to probably go over 3,000 business videos this year.
Oh, Karen, that's a lot of work.
I have a team.
Yeah, I would hope so.
I have a team of producers, So
that's
my producers we have great producers there. Right. We have a great team there. So
how long have you been at CGI?
I've been with CGI for over 12 years. I just did my 12-year anniversary in June.
Also, congratulations.
These
are big numbers, folks. Got a lot of retention at CGI, huh?
Oh, yeah. I've watched it grow. She's been here a little longer than me, so Nicole got to see it from 22 people. When I started, we were just one floor. Now we own the whole Granite Building.
And a beautiful building, by the way. If anybody hasn't been down there, CGI is based right on, it's Main Street, right?
Main and St. Paul.
Main and St. Paul.
Mm-hmm.
the Granite Building,
Yep.
which is a beautiful historic building. And you,
Yep.
I went down recently, and actually all three of you took me on a tour, and I was so impressed. It's really a gorgeous structure and a great place to have a business right in the heart of downtown. Kevin, how about you? What is your role? I know that you were the person that was identified as like our main contact, right?
Yeah,
sort
exactly.
of for everything, right, at CGI?
Yeah, exactly. So, kind of a jack of all trades, maybe master of none, but
I'm one of those.
I work with every department really at CGI. But really, my main role is to work directly with our municipal and chamber partners,
Nice.
and to kind of guide them through the process from start to finish. So as soon as they partner with us, all the way until their videos are approved, and I help them get it on their website, and answer questions that they have, and kind of oversee the sales process and the video production process as well. So
you're really
step in when needed.
You're the glue that brings all the different elements of the team together.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, very
it's a
nice.
nice way to say that.
Nice
Thank
way
you.
to say it, right? I was going to say something much more esoteric, and even using that word is probably a little esoteric. But I didn't do well in bio, and I really shouldn't acknowledge this to anybody. But wasn't there something called cytoplasm in a cell, and it was the connective fluid within the cell that made everything work? Maybe I'm making that up.
Oh, no.
No, I feel so much better.
I did not study for
I'm
this
in good
test.
company. I didn't either, obviously. And there'll be people that know science that are listening that are going to say, oh, my gosh, what is she saying? She doesn't have that right at all. So when I was there, I was struck by the fact that you've got not only this gorgeous historic structure and an amazing team, but you also have, very much like this here at WYSL, you have your own wonderful recording studio. So it looked as though you produce, any number of videos right in-house, but then you must have also additional facilities across the country, or how does that work?
We have 2 studios in the Granite Building.
Okay, 2 studios. I only saw
We
one.
have the new
Okay.
Review Tube. That's our new
Okay.
division, and Insights. And then on the 6th floor, we have another studio that we use. And then cross country, we actually film on location wherever we go.
So you take a crew with you, and you film as you go? Is that what I'm hearing?
We have our in-house videographers, like Lewis, who's here with us
Yeah.
today.
Shout out to Lewis. By the way,
Yeah,
shout out to
Lewis.
Bob D'Angelo too,
Yes.
who's our our very able producer here at WYSL. Thank you, Bob.
And so we send out our in-house, like Lewis has traveled, all our videographers, they are road warriors. They travel all across the United States, and they are on the road probably 3 weeks out of each month.
Wow.
And they go from place to place, and we film on location.
That's
So-
really impressive. That's really hard work.
Well, we have
right?
independent contractors as well.
As well, to
Yes.
extend your reach and your capability. That
Correct.
makes a lot of sense. Yeah, especially if you're talking about the tip of Alaska. I'm still kind of staggered by the. You're serious, right? The tip of
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're serious. I
just-
personally have been to Anchorage
Wow.
working with that mayor. Yeah,
Oh.
it's phenomenal. And a shout out to our videographers. They are one of the hardest working staff that we have, because
yeah.
being on the road is not easy.
No, it doesn't sound easy. It doesn't sound glamorous.
They love
Maybe
it.
it is at times. I don't know. We'll have to ask Lewis, in the break. So here in Rochester, you said you have, is it 300 staff? Am I making
yeah,
that up?
downtown Rochester.
Downtown Rochester. And I know that you're working with chambers, and I know that you're working with businesses. Is there another type of a customer that you also work with that we left out?
Yep,
or-
as well as cities
Okay.
and counties.
Yep.
Our umbrellas start with our municipalities, and then from there we really do work with them to formulate a nice marketing plan
Nice.
for the cities, counties, chambers, and then we partner in with the businesses underneath those umbrellas.
So you start with some broad structures, some organizations that represent associations or broad structures, and then you work with some of the component organizations underneath. That makes a lot of sense. And what distinguishes you, because you're developing websites, what distinguishes the websites that you develop from maybe somebody else's? I'm guessing that video is a big component of it, especially since you're doing that for us. So tell us a little bit about
Yeah,
about
video's
that
king
process.
for us. It's
Yes.
where we started. It's our bread and butter. And we have really formulated good relationships with the U.S. Conference of Mayors and National League of Cities. So we are partners. We sit on the U.S. Conference of Mayors board. We have marketing folks that actually go to those meetings as representatives of CGI Communications. And then from there, we facilitate a plan with each city. That's where Kevin comes in. He's, like he said, he's a jack of all trades. I respect him because every community is very different in what they want. Right, Kev?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, today I was just on the phone with Dallas County, which is probably our largest, if not, top 3, possibly our largest partner. It's massive. It's the city of Dallas. They have like 20 other cities within the county.
Oh my goodness.
But then all the way down to, small villages as well. So everybody's different, So, at a small village, you might be working directly with the mayor, and he might only have a staff of 2. But something like Dallas County, it's like, you probably work with the public information officer or somebody else.
You probably have several people that you're going to be interacting with, no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I've kind of got to be ready for anything.
And it's a website? I mean, the majority of these are website projects or a little bit of, not necessarily?
Not necessarily, yeah. Usually, so what we put together is what we call a video tour. It's a series of videos on different topics, such as education, quality of life, homes and real estate, healthcare, things like that. So we put together that series of videos, and we it's what we call a video tour, and we put it directly onto that municipality or chamber's website, onto their homepage. Normally, when we create a website, that's normally for a business that we would work with. Usually, municipalities already have their own websites already in place, and
so you're enhancing with some strong video content, and you're taking taking what might have previously been in a print publication. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, digital welcome wagon.
Yeah. And you're giving it a whole new life and a fluid, kind of a fluid evolution, if you will, right onto a digital platform, which is great.
And it just makes sense, being that our society is all mobile and on their cell phones, and we need to have a mobile platform. We need to have a mobile action plan, both business and city, because if they have families moving in, business moving in, economic development happening, it all has to be mobile platform, video content, interactive. So that's kind of where CGI comes in for both those players.
Which is very exciting for us because, as you mentioned earlier, this is what you're going to be doing for the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, right?
Yep.
Yes.
We're delighted that you're not only new members, but you're new partners in developing strong video content for our website that's going to promote both the chamber and also our member organizations. And, of course, there'll also be opportunities for folks in the membership to work with you should they want something additional. But for starters, just the work that you're going to do to strengthen our website and our video presence is exciting. In fact, I'm still learning about the process a little bit, but can you talk a little bit more about some of the types of content? You started to talk about sort of the chapters, and I realize there's some decisions we need to make along the way, but that I haven't made. I get that. I totally get it. But so we're likely to have.
I can take that one. So within each community, like Kevin was saying, there's a real estate chapter, education, it could be healthcare. The videos are, say you're moving from out of town and you want to know more about that community. These are educational videos, actually, so people can know what's in that community. It helps people to network. The businesses on there, it gives people coming into the community the opportunity to see what's available out there as well. Our company, the thing that's really cool about it is we do video, but we do a lot more than video. Like you were mentioning, websites. Now, we do websites. What makes us different with our websites is we really customize and listen to our clients, like to make their website specific to their brand, what they need. So we offer that. We have our new Insights program, which we're going to be working with you for Chambers, which is a great opportunity where it's live reviews, where people talk about their community. So
which is perfect. Yeah.
Did I answer your
really
question?
Yeah, it does. No, it sounds very exciting. So they're going to be
a one-stop shop.
It really, yeah.
We really are.
Yeah.
We do a lot of things from websites to social networking and
search engine optimization, reviews, written reviews, video review. And the difference between us and everybody else is we actually have a representative who will meet with you every 3 months, an account manager, somebody that holds your hand both in production and in our ad agency, our next ad agency division. That, as well as Insights, searchable video content, that's breaking ground and is exploding on the video side of it. It's absolutely new technology.
Yep.
So we're real excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that people don't necessarily think about. Not only is putting video on your website going to make the website that much more engaging and exciting and interesting for a user, but it is one of the things you can do that is going to optimize search engine results, right? It's an SEO or a search engine optimization strategy. It's one of the key ones, right?
Yep.
It's going to make Google and other search engines respond more favorably to you and raise you in the rankings. Is that correct? I don't want to be the one saying this. Help me.
Yeah, no, that's okay. And search engine optimization, it's like a fog, right? It's always going to change, and there's always different elements that happen with that, and that's why we have a team that's always attentive to the client. If something changes, you're right there with that change. It's not an exact science, and anybody who will tell you that it is an exact science, I would walk away immediately, because it is. It's a mold that always is changing, so you always have to be there paying attention to it. Written review, I know people have a lot of good and bad with people reviewing, so we make sure we have an ability to get clients that we have reviews online, but also video review, because that's the next shift. That's the next 18 months. How many times are you driving in your car and you see the person next to you on their phone? Right, all
Actually,
the time.
Too many times, yes.
Right,
yeah.
Right. They're probably watching a video on YouTube or Facebook, right? But it's just the progression of where technology's going.
Yeah. So I started saying I wanted to know a little bit about each one of you, but I didn't really end up asking you a tremendous amount about you. So I know 15 years, Nicole.
Yes.
And I happen to know that you're from Greece. You've got some ties to the town of Greece. But
Born and raised.
Born and raised. There we go. But where were you before CGI? Were you in this business? Were you in the similar field?
Great question. Right out of college.
Oh, wow.
To CGI.
Very nice.
Yes, they would say I've grown up in CGI, and I'm not going to give you my age, though.
I'm not asking.
But you can do the math, I guess.
Yes. Well, happy anniversary, and that's
Thank you.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You obviously really liked where you landed from the get-go, which doesn't happen to too many of us. So
and
congratulations on that front too.
And if people are looking, people come in all the time on an entry level. And then work their way up. It's funny because the hard workers, they always reveal themselves and they stay. They lock and load and they stay and work with CGI because there's a lot of different opportunities, from graphic artists to code writing in the back end of websites, to social media positions, to videographers, to everything in between.
Writers.
Yeah,
a lot of writers, I know.
A lot of editors.
Which I personally appreciate. I'm an English major, so it's nice to know that there's a usefulness for the written word that has sort of reemerged, right? It didn't go away. You still need to be able to write. Yep. So in case you're just joining us, you're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Pet Saver Healthy Pet Superstore. And I'm here with Kevin Riley and Karen Ferrara and Nicole Hunt, all of CGI Communications. And we are really excited to have them here because not only are they a great business in town and a member of the Chamber, but we're doing this big initiative with them that's going to bring our website to a next level, and I think also do something for our SEO results as well. Karen, how about you? I know that you've been not quite as long as Nicole. You've been at CGI, but you said, was it 12 years?
Yes, I've been there for 12 years.
Yeah.
I'm the managing producer, so
yes.
I oversee the producers,
yes.
the production teams, and the production assistants. And I started as a producer there. And within a couple of years, I moved up to managing producer. I'm from Spencerport, New York.
Oh, so you're also a West Sider.
Yep, I'm a West Sider. I'm from Spencerport.
Yes,
yeah.
Right,
and
right.
I live close, right at the border of Greece.
Nice,
so
nice.
And before I came here, what was I doing? I've been in video production
a long time.
I actually was the the first home shopping channel in Rochester.
Really?
Yeah.
How
back,
cool.
Back in like 1983, I think it was. Hey. Hey. 83 was my first job with TV, television, and it was retail television. But prior to CGI, I had my own wedding video production company, so I was doing that. And then I got hired at CGI, and I couldn't handle doing both, and I stayed with CGI. I was going to be a school teacher, actually. I was just finishing my degree for being a teacher, and they hired me. I have 40 days of student teaching left.
Oh, so who knows? You know,
I passed my exams. No, I don't
never know.
I don't want to go back to that. But
No, I didn't think you did. So, what did you study to be a school teacher?
I was going to do vocational education. So I was going to do TV and radio production for the vocational tech schools like BOCES. And I worked at BOCES in Spencerport for quite a while.
So that's actually something you can get a bachelor. This is my ignorance. You can get a bachelor's in TV and radio. Very specific then. Yeah.
Well, I have my degree in broadcast communications, and that's a 4-year. And I have my psychology, and I have vocational teaching preparation. That's an additional degree to become a certified teacher to work at a technical school.
It's always interesting to hear how people end up, right? The paths they've taken to end up where they're, you really don't know.
But you know what? This was the perfect job for me.
I can see
it
that,
really
actually
was. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. And it has elements of what you wanted.
Yeah, it has the video production.
Than maybe you could have envisioned. Yeah.
And as a producer, coordinating, and I love coordinating. I've always been that way since I was young. I love coordinating things. So and I love working with people. So I got to use the phone skills, people skills, and managing a team, so educating people as well. So it's a nice combination.
That's great. That's really nice. How about you, Kevin? Are you you have not been at CGI quite as long, have you?
Almost 8 years.
That's still quite a decent amount of time.
Yeah. So
where were you before?
Well, employment-wise, I've done all kinds of things before: landscaping, bartending,
you
name
really
it.
have.
But I went to Brockport for broadcasting communications as well.
Okay.
So when I came on board with CGI, I was a production assistant. And the great thing about CGI too is you can start off as a production assistant. You can bounce around. So I actually tried our sales department for a little while. I got back involved. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, right.
Yeah. But I did all kinds of stuff in our production department, and then this new department kind of formed, this community operations department, and it kind of and it kind of combines everything that I learned in the different departments that I landed in. Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah. So, and I like to talk to mayors and city managers and those folks, and I like to coordinate, and so it's kind of a good blend of everything. So.
No, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing that people may take away, we hope they take away, is not only that you are a great potential resource for them for video, but also for employment. So if people want to get in touch with you, and maybe there are two different answers for those two different purposes, but if people want to get in touch with you, how can they do that?
I would direct them to Drew Fedchuk, our Director of HR and Recruitment.
Okay.
You can call our 800 number, 800-398-3029, and his extension's 420. Don't kill me, Drew.
Yeah, I was going to say, is Drew going to be grateful?
No, he'll be happy.
Our website has a career page.
Perfect.
If you go to that, it shows all the opportunities we have available, and you can send your resume in that way as well.
Okay. And so what is your web address?
CGIcompany.com.
Yeah.
CGIcompany.com.
Yeah.
All one word.
Okay,
Yep.
All one word. CGIcompany.com.
And then go to careers.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on Business Voice. We're really delighted to have all three of you here and to learn a little bit about you. And I'm particularly delighted to be working with all three of you. So hopefully everybody is going to be checking out the website, seeing some of the positive changes that are going to emerge. Our website, by the way, is greasechamber.org. And you're listening to Business Voice. And thank you again so much, Kevin, Karen, Nicole, for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was really nice. It was a great opportunity. Thanks.
You're very welcome. All right. Stick around. We're going to be right back with my next guest. We've got 3 for this segment, so don't go away.
Of course you love your pet. That's why it's hard to believe that you're feeding them the wrong food. Yeah, 70% of dogs and cats are eating the wrong pet food. It could be because they're getting older, a little overweight, or have allergies. Pet Saver Healthy Pet Superstore can help. Bring in your food or take a picture of the label, and a trained staff member will let you know what is really in the food. They know how to accurately read the labels and give you the truth about what you're feeding or not feeding your pet. If you need a change, they can recommend a food that really is healthier for your pet. And because Pet Saver carries more premium food than any other store in town, including the national chains, you might even be able to pay less for a food that is better for your pet. Are you one of the 70% of pet owners that are feeding your dog or cat the wrong food? Find out for free at the Pet Saver nearest you.
In Greece, Monroe Ave in Brighton, Webster, and in Victor next to Party City, across from Eastview Mall.
Need help with health insurance? The Greece Regional Chamber provides assistance with health insurance for businesses, nonprofits, families, and individuals throughout our region. We pride ourselves on the personalized service that we provide for our clients. Let us help you find health insurance plans that fit your needs and navigate the paperwork. Greece Chamber Benefit Partners, located at 2402 Westridge Road in Rochester, New York, offers a broad range of medical insurance plans for businesses, nonprofits, individuals, and families throughout the greater Rochester Finger Lakes region, working with insurance companies including Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield, Univera, and MVP Healthcare. We can also help you access insurance plans through the New York State of Health, the official health plan marketplace. Again, you do not need to live or work in Greece to utilize our brokerage services. We serve the greater Rochester Finger Lakes region of New York State. Visit greecechamber.org to sign up for one of our free health insurance information sessions or schedule an appointment with one of our licensed brokers. Call 585-227-7272. 585-227-7272.
Let us light up your sky. Skylight Signs is a full-service sign company with over 60 years of industry experience. We fabricate, install, and service all types of signs for all kinds of businesses, including Wegmans, Bill Gray's, Howard Hanna, Galena Development, DeBella's, the Joseph A. Floriano Convention Center, the Rochester Public Market. Welcome to Rochester and welcome to High Falls. Contact us at skylightsigns.com or call Jim Colombo at 585-594-2500. And remember, a business with no sign is a sign of no business.
AVO Resource Solutions, LLC offers non-medical private personal care for seniors, adults, and children with varying levels of functioning ability and needs, including in-home personal care, household chores, transportation, and companion service at any time of day. The hands-on care provided by AVO's teams of professional, certified, reliable, trustworthy, and well-trained in-home aides allows family members to experience a better quality of life and to live independently in the comfort of their own homes. Call Linda at 585-764-8516 or visit AVOResourceSolutionsLLC.com.
Yeti to Work is Rochester's talent acquisition partner based right in Greece, New York. We offer full-service recruitment functions for businesses of all sizes and all roles, from IT to manufacturing to sales and everything in between. We also offer exclusive discounts and benefits for members of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. If you're having a tough time finding employees, give us a call. We'll help you through the process and find that next great hire. Visit YetiToWork.com or call 585-434-2974.
If you're looking to market and grow your business, make new business connections, and give back to the community in a meaningful way, consider joining the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. We're the largest suburban chamber in Monroe County, and we offer networking, education, marketing, insurance, and advocacy. You do not need to live or work in Greece to join. Our members come from throughout the region. In short, we're better together, and together, we're moving business forward. Visit greecechamber.org or call 585-227-7272 to join today.
You're listening to the voice of liberty. WYSL. AM 1040 Avon Rochester, FM 92.1 Rochester, FM 95.5 Spencerport, and WYSL1040.com everywhere.
Welcome back. You're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Pet Saver Healthy Pet Superstore. And I'm delighted to welcome my next guest, Dr. Afreen Tarek. who is one of the physicians that is part of the wonderful practice Grease OBGYN on Ridgeway Avenue that's got a brand new facility. Welcome, Dr. Tarek.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here.
Pleasure to have you here. So I know that Grease OBGYN is, its name says a lot, obviously. I mean, you can figure out that hopefully figure out that that's obstetrics and gynecology.
That's right.
But people might not be aware of your practice in particular and then some of the specific services that you offer. So can you tell us a little bit about Grease OBGYN?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've actually been in the community since 1963. That's when we were established. So we are one of the oldest medical practices in the area. And I hope you guys can understand that says a lot for a business to be established, and you're obviously doing something right when you're in the community that long. Currently, we're made of 4 doctors. We're all board certified obstetricians and gynecologists. It's myself, my partner, Dr. Hunt, Dr. Lammers, and Dr. Thomas. Dr. Thomas is actually so we're all board certified in OBGYN, but he's also double boarded in urogynecology. So he's one of the few double boarded urogynecologists in all of the Rochester Regional Health System. So
that's good to know.
So we're excited to be able to offer that as well.
Yeah.
Our practice has been around, but we keep making updates, like our new location, things like that. And I guess we can get into that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one of the things that's exciting is that you do have a new location. You may be perhaps have the history that you just described, going back to 1963, but you've reinvented yourselves. You've got a brand new, very beautiful facility on Ridgeway Avenue. What is the address on Ridgeway?
2337 Ridgeway.
2337 Ridgeway. Yeah. And that's right off the corner, isn't it, of Ridgeway and Long Pond, if my memory serves, right? Yep. So pretty easy to find, very, very, very convenient off the highway, off 390. And, the Grease Regional Chamber makes awards every year. And one of the areas in which we make awards are building awards, new construction, renovation, and we were really delighted to be able to honor Grease OBGYN this past year with a new construction award in the building category because you really did a beautiful job.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. I think it's hard to understand, and I didn't understand this either until we took on this venture when we bought the land. Doing full-time, having a full-time practice, and then in addition putting all the hours in to pick out how you're going to design everything, and from the colors to the doorknobs to everything else. So we really put our heart and our soul into this building, and we wanted to make a place that is easy to access for our patients. We wanted to make it one level, so our patients in wheelchairs and our patients who are third trimester pregnant, or our patients who have strollers with babies can all walk in and feel comfortable there. I wanted it to be an open, up-to-date atmosphere, but still a comfortable place to be. And so it did take a lot of effort and planning. So we really did appreciate it when we got that award. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, and very well deserved. And we were very, very delighted to be able to be a part of your ribbon cutting because, what people may or may not know is that often when businesses start a new facility, when they've done a renovation project, we like to mark that occasion with a ribbon cutting. So it's not a grand opening in the truest sense. Your business has been around for a long time. You're very seasoned, but for the facility, it is a grand opening.
It's
we were honored.
Home, so we appreciate that. Yeah,
wonderful. So let's get back to services because obviously you're working with predominantly either pregnant women, or perhaps you're working also with women who want to be pregnant. Talk a little about that.
So our motto has always been caring for you for life. So we have patients starting from their teen, and women, female patients starting from their teen years all the way into our patients who are in their 90s. We take care of, all of women's health care during that span of life. So we have women who come in for menstrual irregularities. We have women who come in for birth control consults. We have been taking care of high risk and low risk obstetric patients. We do deliveries. We are also a designated Center for Excellence for minimally invasive surgery. So that's laparoscopic surgery, robotic surgery. So we are robotic and laparoscopic surgeons, and we can do that for our patients as well, whether it's pelvic surgery, hysterectomies, etc. We also offer osteoporosis testing with DEXA scans. We do genetic testing. One of the other things is we have a state-of-the-art ultrasound suite, so we don't have to send our patients elsewhere. We can do our own ultrasound.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Is that for breast exams as well? Or
we send our patients out for breast exams, because there's wonderful facilities, especially here in Greece, for that. But we do our own pelvic and GYN and OB ultrasounds as well. We also do 3D ultrasounds for that too.
So that's great.
Yeah, we've got a lot of really good services, very state-of-the-art services and up-to-date things that we can do. I mean, you can find a whole list of them on our website at www.greeceobgyn.com. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
In case you're just joining us, you're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Pet Saver Healthy Pet Superstore. I'm Sarah Lentini, and I'm sitting here talking with Dr. Afreen Tarek of Greece OBGYN, which is going through a bit of a renaissance, a seasoned business and a seasoned practice with, what did I hear, four core practice physicians that are partners that form the nucleus of what is really a family that the practice has built over time, but that is now flourishing and looking to the next phase of its existence with all kinds of high tech and cutting-edge sorts of technologies and concepts that are coming online. So tell us a little bit about you. Where did you go to school? How did you decide you wanted to be a physician, and specifically an OBGYN?
So according to my parents, I apparently I've always wanted to be a physician. My father's father, was a surgeon, and I'd watched him when I was younger before he passed away. So I had always wanted to go into medicine. And when I actually got into medical school is when I became very interested in specifically obstetrics and gynecology. I loved the physiology of everything, how in pregnancy a woman's body changes in so many different ways, and then 9 months later it can revert back to what it was eventually, a little bit longer than that. But and then, for me, I'm being multicultural, I suppose you can say, and growing up in the United States, the one thing that I found was no matter what culture, no matter what background, no matter what socioeconomic status, women tend to be the caretakers and the caregivers in whatever community, whatever society. And my question was, who's taking care of them? Because often they become busy doing something else for somebody else. And I wanted to be that person. I wanted to be the person who takes care of women, who literally take care and support the rest of our society, our community. And so that's what really got me interested in obstetrics and gynecology. So,
boy, you really didn't have a clue what the answer to that question was. I'm kidding.
I can't tell you.
No, I'm teasing you, but you really know why you chose what you chose.
Yeah, it's not a 9 to 5 for us, right?
No.
This is literally who we are.
Yeah.
As it's not just a job, right? For us as OBGYNs, at least for me, this is who I am. I've had children. I've had complications. I've dealt with, family and friends at their bedside with things going on. And, so when I'm talking to patients, it's not something that I'm just reading off, right? So I've been through it. And so it's my honor, it's my privilege to be able to help someone in that situation. So.
And I think we're really lucky to have you in the community. Obviously, lucky to have you in the practice at Greece OBGYN, but in the community. I think there are few people that are able to integrate all parts of themselves successfully. And being a good physician is no small deal. And I hope there is somebody that takes care of Dr. Tarek.
Oh, thank you so much.
Caretaker. And we wish you much success, you and the practice, and many, many more years of flourishing business here in the Greece Regional Chamber community, but also in the Greater Rochester region. Thank you so much, Dr. Tarek, for coming on Business Voice.
Thank you very much.
All right, don't go away. We still have another guest, another exciting initiative of the Greece Regional Chamber, so stick around. We'll be right back.
Get all the advantages when you shop at Pet Saver.
Like our do-it-yourself pet wash for just $9.99 every day. We supply all the shampoo, towels, tubs, and water, and we clean up after you too.
The Pet Saver friendly staff helps you protect your pet from fleas and ticks with simple, safe, economical, and vet-recommended protection.
We are here 7 days a week in person to help you find only the best pet food, treats, toys, and more.
Can't get that online.
Remember, every time you shop at Pet Saver, you are helping to feed our local shelter pets.
Do your community and your pet a big favor.
Shop at Pet Saver!
The Love Your Pet More store.
Pet Saver Healthy Pet Superstore.
In Greece, Monroe Ave in Brighton, Webster, and in Victor next to Party City across from Eastview Mall.
AVO Resource Solutions LLC offers non-medical private personal care for seniors, adults, and children with varying levels of functioning ability and needs, including in-home personal care, household chores, transportation, and companion service at any time of day. The hands-on care provided by AVO's teams of professional, certified, reliable, trustworthy, and well-trained in-home aides allows family members to experience a better quality of life and to live independently in the comfort of their own homes. Call Linda at 585-764-8516 or visit avoresourcesolutionsllc.com.
Yeti to Work is Rochester's talent acquisition partner based right in Greece, New York. We offer full-service recruitment functions for businesses of all sizes and all roles, from IT to manufacturing to sales and everything in between. We also offer exclusive discounts and benefits for members of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. If you're having a tough time finding employees, give us a call. We'll help you through the process and find that next great hire. Visit YetiToWork.com or call 585-434-2974.
Let us light up your sky. Skylight Signs is a full-service sign company with over 60 years of industry experience. We fabricate, install, and service all types of signs for all kinds of businesses, including Wegmans, Bill Gray's, Howard Hanna, Galena Development, DeBella's, the Joseph A. Floriano Convention Center, the Rochester Public Market. Welcome to Rochester and welcome to High Falls. Contact us at skylightsigns.com or call Jim Colombo at 585-594-2500. And remember, a business with no sign is a sign of no business.
If you're looking to market and grow your business, make new business connections, and give back to the community in a meaningful way, consider joining the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. We're the largest suburban chamber in Monroe County, and we offer networking, education, marketing, insurance, and advocacy. You do not need to live or work in Greece to join. Our members come from throughout the region. In short, we're better together, and together, we're moving business forward. Visit greecechamber.org or call 585-227-7272 to join today.
Alexa, play WYSL. And hear the WYSL stations worldwide. WYSL1040.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Pet Saver Healthy Pet Superstore. I'm Sarah Lentini, and I'm delighted to be with my next guest, Lori DeLaus of Novo Print. Welcome, Lori.
Thank you, Sarah.
It's so
Glad
nice
to be here.
Oh, it's so nice that you're here. I'm sure that there are many folks that are listening that have probably not heard of Novo Print, which is the company that you work for. So I thought maybe we could start by you giving us a little bit of an overview of Novo Print, who they are, where they're located, how long they've been around.
Okay. A lot of people think we're a printer because of the name, but we're a publishing firm. And we did start out as a photography company long ago. Novo Print USA is part of the world's largest community and cartography publishing families. There's the Stedel Verlag Group is the one that owns us, and they're headquartered in Fellbach, Germany.
Oh, wow.
And the group is a leader in the cartography and community-based print and online publishing companies, and we're located in Austria, Hungary, Italy, Poland, Switzerland, and the United States. One of the owners opened shop in Wisconsin, which is where we're based out of the United States, in Milwaukee, in 1994, and that's when they were incorporated. And we partner with hundreds and hundreds of chambers of commerce across the world, but in my division, since I work in the United States, it's across the United States. So we publish in 13 states here in the United States. And we partners with Chambers of Commerce to provide these online digital publications to help promote the communities and the businesses in the community. So the chambers come to us and we do everything. We produce, we do the sales, we collect the revenue. They really just, the partnership is all about that, to be able to produce a quality publication for their community. And in this case right now with Greece, we are working on a map of the Greece area in Monroe County. And it's a much needed product in that community.
Yep.
And Sarah can share a little more about that.
Yeah, absolutely, because we've done this before. This isn't the first time that we've produced a map. The Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, partnering with Novoprint, has produced a map a couple of different times before. And we are amazed by how many people are demanding more. And we're pretty much out of the previous map. And very excited to be doing this with you guys once again. And also very excited because it has a strong digital component. And I know a lot of people are looking for that these days, right? So this, what you put together is, you guys do know cartography. So thank goodness, because I can't imagine doing a map without you, right? You produce a map that has not just a physical presence. And this is, I think you brought an example of the last map that we produced together, right?
Yes.
Which is quite beautiful. It's got a photo on the cover by the wonderful Jim Montanus of Montanus Photography, another Greece Regional Chamber member. And I think a lot of listeners will have heard of Jim Montanus. And we don't just have the print copy, but the interactive presence, which is huge. So can you talk a little bit about the interactive side?
Yes, it is digital, and it's something that we get asked a lot. Do you really need to continue to print the maps? And the answer is yes. Because when you look at a community like Greece and you talk to the town, you talk to the banks, you talk to the hotels, you talk to real estate agents, all of whom use this as for relocation purposes, when new people are coming into the area, you like to promote. They get asked for this type of materials. That's why this continues to be printed, but there's a tremendous value in it being digital. So people can pull this up and see Greece, see Monroe County, and for the members that choose to advertise on it, they actually get a locate featured on the map. They'll be pinpointed, and it all goes through Google Maps. So another benefit to the advertiser on the map is they do get a higher Google search with Google, because it's all done with Google Maps. That's who we work with. And it'll allow a visitor who visits this map online to find that business, locate it, directly link into their company website, and it will even provide directions to their location. So if someone's doing it on their phone or their, an iPad, obviously a laptop, the phone, I think, has tremendous value for people looking for the directions, because they can go right to Google Map right from that link.
Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, that's how we live and breathe, right? I mean, that's how you got here today, right?
Yes.
Using Google Maps,
or
something like it, right?
Yes.
So, one of the things that that's just blown me away is how much demand there is from all sorts of quarters. We have one of the banks in our membership that just puts them in their lobby, and they're constantly asking for more. The town is always asking for more copies because people naturally will turn to the town looking for a map. We have teachers who are looking for maps to work with students. This is the print map, obviously, although they could be working with the digital as well, because they're trying to teach kids how to read maps, something that they may not, perhaps haven't learned. There are skills that might be disappearing out there that some of us are trying to keep alive. And then there are also, we've had Girl Scout leaders, kind of a similar thing. I'm sure Boy Scout leaders as well, but I happen to remember a Girl Scout leader coming in asking for maps, and certainly tons of people that are moving into town. As you said, it becomes a really important kind of a welcome wagon tool, and therefore a really great place to be if you're the kind of business that's looking for a consumer. This is going to be a really good tool for you, and the fact that it exists online in an interactive format. There's also a downloadable map, so you can go online and download the whole thing if you want. And then obviously there are print copies, and they're quite beautifully done with really nice images that come directly from a local photographer. But so you don't get to go to these exotic lands that your company is based in, or do you?
Yes, I have been to Germany. They've flown us there before. So
Nice.
I haven't been to their other locations, and I've been to Italy.
Which you loved.
Yes.
I know you told me that
Yes.
you loved Italy. You're
Yes.
going back, right?
Yes.
At some point, you
Yes.
have to.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a little biased, but I do think Italy's pretty amazing.
It is
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Long trip, but worth it.
Right.
Worth it.
Yeah.
But I do, again, this is for any of the listeners out there. You should be very grateful that the chamber, they promote this, and the town should be grateful too, because without the chamber promoting this and partnering with Novoprint, this wouldn't exist. And this is just another tool, for people, visitors, new residents, just all the things that you mentioned, Sarah, that help promote Greece. And I think when I was sitting out and talking with the doctor, she said, I didn't realize Greece was so big.
Greece is huge.
We were looking
Yeah.
at the map, and we were looking at where her business is. So we were actually kind of figuring out where she is, where her new location is. And she says, wow, I didn't realize Greece was that large.
Yeah. Greece is most definitely the largest town in Monroe County, and it is the largest regardless of whether you're talking about population or you're talking about land mass. So people don't realize how huge it is. And it is not only an enormous footprint, but it also has a tremendous amount of remaining land to be developed, which makes it really very attractive for new businesses, expanding businesses. And then it has over 96,000 residents. So that is an enormous number.
Yes.
And it is, I like to tell people that number 96,000 plus is roughly analogous to the size of the city of Albany, which has 98,000 residents. So, that's good to know. We're not a small place, no doubt about it. And then the other thing that's important for us to underscore is that the map is actually two maps. It is a map of the town of Greece, which we just said is huge on one side, and then a map of Monroe County, which is obviously even bigger on the other. And since many of our members are from outside of the town of Greece, this gives them the opportunity to be located. Right, Lori?
Yes.
Luke can locate them right on the Monroe
We
County
can
side.
locate any business that's in Monroe County
right
on
the
this map.
Beautiful.
So if there's any interest from any business within Greece or within Monroe County for that matter, they could be pinpointed and located on the map.
Oh, fantastic. So how did you come, I've never asked you this question, how did you come to work for, how long have you worked for Novoprint, and how did you come to be in the cartography, non-printing, printing business?
Well, because I used to sit on a chamber board for many, many years, and we used this company to do a publication for us, and they were seeking someone to develop New York. Because out of the 13 states I mentioned earlier, we didn't really have a presence here in New York. And they were looking for someone to develop New York. And actually, because we do so many types of publications, they were looking to have me launch a senior living community publication.
Oh.
They actually hired me, and I trained out in Wisconsin for 6 months and launched the very first it was called Boom Gen X out in Wisconsin. And then the goal was to bring me back into Rochester and produce this type of publication out here. But then my affiliation and passion for chambers was a little stronger than going out and doing the healthcare publications. I prefer the relationship with the chambers. I think because of my background, and I sat on a board for close to 15 years, I'm very passionate about what a chamber does in a community, the importance of the Chamber of Commerce, and the importance of they provide for the businesses and the vitality in a community. And I recognize that. I understand it. I relate to it. So
You're a great ambassador for it, by the way.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
So
Yeah.
I went to my boss and said, I don't want to work in the healthcare side. I'd want to work with the chambers. So
voila, they said yes.
Yes. So that's how I landed. And then they gave me the Michigan division to oversee.
Right. I was going to say,
So-
you're not just doing Rochester.
No.
You're vice president at this point, correct?
Correct.
For Novoprint,
Mhm.
right? And so you handle all of Michigan?
Yes.
Oh, my.
Yes.
And some of New York?
Yes.
Since you're based here in Rochester,
Yes,
which
yes.
is very nice for us.
Yes.
Makes it very convenient for
Yes.
us. So, yeah, that's a little bit of travel.
Yep. So I do.
Yeah.
It's not Hungary, Austria, Switzerland, Italy, Poland. So it's within the United States.
Within the
but,
United States.
Yeah,
And
not
a little
bad.
bit of Wisconsin probably still thrown in as well.
Yes,
right?
we're headquartered there, so I go there a couple times a year.
Yeah, and I grew up in Madison. I don't know Milwaukee, but
that's
Wisconsin.
Madison's not far. I've been to Madison.
Oh, it's a great place.
It is.
I love being a kid there. Yeah, yeah. There's nothing. Wisconsin really is the Midwest in every sense. And I've said to many people, by the way, this is completely off topic, but that one of the reasons I like Rochester so much is because it reminds me of Madison. This is a very Midwestern, and I'm not the first person to say that. I think this is a very Midwestern feeling town.
It is, because when people meet me, whether it's in Michigan or Wisconsin, they always think I'm from the Midwest.
Oh, and you're not, right?
No.
You're from here.
Yeah, I'm from here.
Oh, how funny.
So they always get surprised by that. They said, oh, you don't have an accent. Or I think when I say New York, I always have to preface upstate New York.
Of course, yes.
Because they're always thinking New York City or Long Island, and where's the accent?
Right.
And I don't have one. So I fit quite well in Michigan and Wisconsin when I'm there.
Right. So we're really excited about the getting the new and the snazzy high-tech version of the map in addition to the print copy of the map and working with you guys. But as you mentioned, you guys do more than just maps, right?
Correct.
So one of the things that, in fact, we've talked with you about, and I know that you've worked with other chambers on, and I think is also an exciting component of your work, is you do, I don't know what you call them. I almost want to call them magazines, but they're like membership guides, community guides?
Community publications,
yes.
Community membership guides for the chambers.
Right.
And
those are pretty popular as well.
Yeah,
correct?
we do. Although we started as a cartography company, we do more community guides than maps.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of different publications, but specifically we do a lot of community guides for chambers across the United States, across the world actually. But those probably our bread and butter. We do more of that than the maps.
Yeah, I mean, I think the ones I've seen, because you've been kind enough to share some different versions, they're not all the same. They're not cookie cutter. You really tailor them.
No, we tailor it to the community and to the chamber's needs. That's what's nice about partnering with us, because we can do everything. We can give you a vision, but it's your publication. We help guide you. We'll assist. Down to, I think one of the things that I really do appreciate about our company, and I mean this, is that we will give free graphic design to any member who needs help, whether they're going into a book or a map. We do not charge for that service. We give them the rights to the copy. That's huge.
It is huge.
That we give that back, and we're not charging for it. And that just says a lot for the owner, and it makes my job easier too. And I'm very open about offering those services. But again, we're just the publisher. We lay everything out. We put it all together. We do the content. We'll find the printer. I mean, we really take it off the chamber's shoulders, and that's why they partner with us. However, the chamber, and I'm working with one currently here in Rochester, that had a vision of taking their book and making a complete change to it, and we're okay with that. If that's the whole point why you hire us. And every chamber can do whatever they want, and we're here to tailor it specifically to what your vision is, what your community's vision is, what your needs are, how you want to highlight your community in this publication.
And the product is a quality product. That's something that I can say more easily than you.
Yes.
But I will say it's good quality paper. It's nice, good production. Obviously, great attention to detail and personal attention that comes from you directly, which we really appreciate with our business members. So, Lori DeLaus, Novo Print. Thank you so much for coming on Business Voice.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're pretty much out of time, so that wraps it up for today. You've been listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Pet Saver Healthy Pet Superstore. I'm Sarah Lentini. I hope you check us out on the web at greecechamber.org, and I look forward to having you join us on the next edition of Business Voice.
You've been listening to Business Voice. The Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce serves businesses, nonprofits, and individuals throughout the region, focusing on promoting economic and community development and serving as the voice for business. The Chamber offers networking, education, advocacy, community events, and business services. It serves as an important platform for business leaders and citizens to come together in support of common goals.